My name is Shawn. This is my 2008 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10. So my day job, I am a technician for Lincoln. I've been working for a Ford Lincoln brand since about 2012. I went to technical school in Arizona for it and been doing it ever since. I'm now fully certified senior master tech. Don't really see myself doing anything else. You know, tends to be a long day working on cars for a living, then coming home and ripping this thing apart, but you know, it is what it is. I wasn't exactly in the market for a car at the time. I was working at a Ford dealership and someone traded it in. And before they even finished signing the paperwork from the other trade deal, I was already getting ready to buy this thing. I saw it, knew I wanted it. And it had just a straight pipe from the turbo back to this big fart can, and that's not my style. So first mod, I got rid of that, went with a quieter dual exhaust. I went with the custom performance engineering exhaust. Nice level of quiet and deep sound. And then shortly after that, it dropped valves on cylinder one. So put a stock long block back in it. I was saving up for a MAP spec built long block, but this thing had other plans for me at that time. And yeah, the turbine housing on the stock turbo was all cracked. Ended up going with an FP Green spec turbo. Put me right around 450 wheel horsepower. So that's enough to get the job done. And then after that, it was just kind of a slippery slope. This is the Chargespeed Widebody. Got rid of the fog lights. It's the Rexpeed carbon fiber ducts down there. I've got some retrofitted headlights. The hood is a VIS racing hood, painted except for the vents are left carbon fiber. 18 by 10.5 Cosmis S1s on there. That was kind of a tricky one to get fitted. It's got a +5 offset, so it's pretty wide, sticks out there. I had to put a fully adjustable suspension. I went with the TN Flex Z. I actually had to raise it up 1.5 inches from what they came out of the box. The rear was probably a piece of paper away from resting on the tires. There doesn't seem to be a moment that I'm not messing with it. About a week before this, it was fully like front end, bumper, hood, everything was off of it sitting in my garage. So. My favorite thing about MAPerformance is, I have to say, the quality of their products. You cannot go wrong. Their catch can, their exhaust. I've got the tubular manifold, awesome stuff, and it's reasonably priced. They've got just about everything else in stock. Little stuff too, gaskets, bolts, exhaust hangers, all kinds of different things. The other day I was missing a nut on my tubular header that goes onto the stud to the head. They had it in stock, got it next day, and no more exhaust leak. Just going on the website, it spiraled out of control. I want this, put this in the cart. Then I started bothering Leo a lot, and then he kept on hooking me up with different parts, and it's been a great experience, especially having them local. Not a bad thing either. Get parts almost next day, can't complain. I modify the vehicles because they're great from the factory, but there's always something that could be better. And I'm really bad with leaving things alone or the way they're supposed to be. It gets worse when I get bored. Then I start looking at different modifications I can do to it. Even if I don't need it, somehow finds my way to the front door in a box being shipped from MAPerformance. So. I got into cars. A lot of it was pretty much passed down from my dad. He's been always into it. When I was going through high school, I went through a post-secondary program with Hennepin Tech. I did auto mechanics and auto body through there. I just kind of decided, this is fun. I like doing this. And going back to my college days at Universal Technical Institute, we were in a class called Power and Performance, which I suppose helped me get into something like this. But we have dyno days where we got to put on minor bolt-ons on just random vehicles in the shop and put them on the dyno, and we got to drive them ourselves. Well, our group, we had a Toyota Tundra that we put intake and exhaust on. We dynoed it with e-brake on, and it still produced almost 300 wheel horsepower. Those brakes were pretty warm afterwards, so we had a little bit of a laugh after that, and the instructor wasn't entirely thrilled with us, but something I'll definitely remember.